Now, the country's oldest living kidney donor, 83-year-old Nicholas Crace, says he couldn't have lived with himself if he'd turned down the chance to change someone else's life. The former charity director, a widower, endured the 3-hour operation at the Queen Alexandra Hospital in Portsmouth after tests showed he had the kidneys of a 40-year-old. Well, a short while ago, I spoke to Mr. Crace and his consultant surgeon, Paul Gibbs. I started by asking him why he decided to donate a kidney to a stranger. Was he simply a very altruistic man?
No, I was aware that of the misery that someone on dialysis has. It's not just the question of going to dialysis 3 or 4 times a week and spending hours attached to a machine, but it's worse than that. It's the fact that they are deprived of all the pleasures of life, such as eating whatever they want and drinking as much as they would like, and travelling. They're not, and apart from all these privations, they feel ill much of the time. So this problem can be cured by a healthy kidney being transplanted, and it seemed to me a sensible way of dealing with the problem.
Was there ever any prospect of Nicholas Crace getting refused? What kind of condition were his kidneys in?
When we first met Nicholas, we were slightly taken aback by his age. But he convinced us over time that he was fit enough, and this was supported by the results of the tests. His kidneys were actually, comparable to someone in their 40s. And once we got those results and the rest of the tests which showed he was as fit as he thought he was, we had little hesitation in putting him forward as a donor. So,
Mr. Crace, let us into the secret. How did you keep your kidneys so healthy?
I wish I could tell you, Kathy. I'm a non-smoker, but I drink more than the doctors say I should. I don't take much exercise, and, well, I suppose I chose my parents wisely.
But, Mr. Gibbs, not many people donate a kidney to a stranger, do they? Why do you think... it's a pretty big ordeal, isn't it?
No. It is a big ordeal. The charity that I'm involved with, Give a Kidney, did a survey towards the latter part of last year which did suggest that maybe up to 8% of the population would consider donating a kidney to a stranger. Even if a fraction of those came forward, then we would potentially wipe out the transplant waiting list.
Would you like to know who's received the kidney?
I'm not really bothered, actually. As the prospect won't arise, it's not worth thinking about.
Can you shed any light, Mr. Gibbs, on who's been the lucky beneficiary, and just a broad hint?
No, I'm afraid, Kathy, I'm not. The anonymity of the recipient is sacrosanct and will remain so, certainly from where we're standing in Portsmouth.